Hang on, wait, where's my cat? Jupiter? Jupiter. Oh my god, my cat is gone. Is he down here? Jupiter? Where'd the cat go? Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Please, and welcome back to Strange Antiquities. Hasn't probably been that long for you guys. These videos I have been spacing out a little bit more, but for me, it has been a long time. It's been almost 6 weeks since I played this game, and do you remember in the last part how I said, I feel like I need to record these all really quickly back to back so I don't forget stuff? Yeah, I failed. I mean, I went on a coast trip and back at work and blah, blah, blah. Lots of stuff has happened, but that's where we're at. So I know I need to figure out how to get into there because I have this note from the boss. How do I pick things up again? Here we go. Read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses in the cupboard hidden in the counter. It's going to be this, but I don't know how to open it. And we've got a couple of clues relating to Dionic seals. So silver something, a Dionic field. Like, we're missing half that note. We've got 3 maps now. I did do a couple of things off screen after I recorded the last part. The main one is I actually went and put a few extra labels on things. Like, I went through the books, which I've started storing here now, by the way, because they look super cute. But I went through the books and I put a few labels on things based on the descriptions in the book. So I think this is a diverging hook. I think this is a Zia, Moonstone Guardian, boldly assuming, and a Sextrum. I think I did that with you guys. So if I go to Moonstone Guardian, for example, they tend to take the form of a comforting guardian for the banishment of Hobbs, fear, and Noctic sight. Do I know for sure? I just know that this thing is kind of calming for me because it's a guardian. The diverging hook, I remember I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure this one out because it talks about the gems being from each of the 3 thormic branches, which then meant going through this book, and these are the thormic disciplines. So I needed either a Draidic or a Selenic gem, and then one from each of these 2 categories as well, so the diurnal, individual, celestial. And then I had to go to the gem book and actually look, because each of them has a category. So based on it was very fiddly and took me a long time of cross-referencing because I had a couple with 3 gems in them, obviously. Like this one I spent quite a bit of time on, but I think it's going to be this one unless I just haven't picked up that item yet. Anyway, so that's the stuff I did off screen. I was thinking if I have an item, because it's a booklet on curses, if I have an item that removes curses, maybe that could open this. But why don't we end the day and we'll see how we go. All right. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. So is this like a Tomb Raider situation? They went raiding a tomb and they've unlocked an evil from beyond the something something. I feel like it might be. Ooh. A bell? Looks like a bell. Or it could be the shape of a room in the castle. So we will have a look at that first up. Let's travel. So first thing we'll do is we'll look here. Is there a room that looks like this? It looks like a bell tower to me. We've got nothing labeled as a bell tower and there's no obvious, like, I can't overlay this over anything. So probably not. There is the Mary Bell, because it's got a compass for travel. Well, I mean, we know what that means. It looks like a bell the way they've arranged it. It could be the Mary Bell. I mean, let's try it. I'd say what's the worst that can happen, but we all know the answer. The Mary Bell is a ship, apparently. The Mary Bell is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. I don't think I'll find much of use here. Okay, so I didn't take a sanity hit for going there. I guess maybe, you know how in the last part I spent ages trying to figure out the puzzle with the lady pointing, and you could just go to Galfrey's tower and see the direction she was pointing. So maybe all of these numbered locations I can just visit, and then it's all these ones that cost me sanity if I go there. That would make sense. The third option, because we now have this, and it could be the shape of a door. or a gravestone. It looks a lot like that gravestone, right? Are there other gravestones that look like this? It could be that one. Could be this one. The only thing is that this section is taller than that, and I feel like they would probably replicate it pretty closely. Yeah, I think it's a gravestone. I think that's a solid bet. I think it's going to be this one. Yes. Okay. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in the flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. Ooh. You're cute. Okay, let's pop you here. Actually, I'm going to move you across. I feel like you aesthetically are more pleasing if I put you there. Hang on, wait, where's my cat? Jupiter? Jupiter! Oh my god, my cat is gone! Is he down here? Jupiter? Where'd the cat go? What? I got this. He was here when I left, right? Somebody stole my cat! Did you steal my cat, Constance Beta? My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Amphibian talon. I don't think I've identified one of those yet. I'm going to check real quick though, because like I said, it's been a while. No, I haven't. Okay. The League of the Amphibian Heart uses these items as part of its group initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it's said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days. 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Okay, so we have a picture and it's 2 crescents. So are we looking for a talon with 2 protruding things on it? What is the broken path? Do I know anything about that? No, it's just going to take me back to the talon. If I had to guess, would guess this, because you could argue that it's a talon. The 2 crescents could be the shape of the fingernails. It didn't say anything about the vibe of it, did it? I reckon it could be that. I had thought that might be the witch's finger actually, but let's give this a try. Okie dokie. The shape of the nail tips. Yep, I got it. I got it. I got it. All right. We can pop you over this way. I think you're actually going to be our very first item alphabetically. We'll pop you there. And then, I don't know where my cat went. Simone, help me, the cat's gone. That's what I said. Oh, where's Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to the series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? You mean these plinths, right? I don't have a way to do the Dionic things. That's definitely Dionic field related, because it's these things, right? Okay, maybe I'm meant to have solved this. Something by a Dionic seal, an object made from silver. Okay, well maybe, because there are Dionic, an object made from silver, maybe I can find an object that has this symbol on it, for example. So it's like a square and 2 circles, in fact 3 circles, and like it almost looks like a peace sign, to be honest, but a lot of them do. Do I have anything that looks like that? I feel like I labeled most of the items that had symbols on them. Nothing's leaping out at me unless it was something I had already identified. Could that say any object made from silver? Faces are Dionic, protected by a Dionic seal. What objects have I got that are made from silver? Do I have an item made from silver? How wild would it be if I actually don't have one? Or like I only have one and that's the answer just because it's made from silver. Do you know what I mean? Tarnished silver. This is silver and gold. That's probably pewter. Okay, I mean, this is made from silver. Hang on, that's probably silver too. It is. It's probably not any, because this doesn't look... Any would start like here, because it'd only be 3 characters. And this looks like it goes to at least here. I don't think it's going to be aces. So like faces, something along those lines. Because this says... All thaumic objects produce a field, although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing object over a thaumic lens. I feel like I'm supposed to know the answer to this already. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm missing something. I'll just put you back there for now. Hi, Bonnie. Oh, you. I've come back for that Corvin's Might and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. I want a Corvin's Might. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. What do I prioritize more, Jupiter's life or the life of what's his name Porter that she wants to take out? Okay. I mean, I had a feeling that Jupiter was having a bad time. Okay. Corvin's might. I guess I'm valuing my cat's life more. It's an assassin's tool that uses the Wixic power. It's a gift from an unlikely source. We have a bird. They pay homage to the bloody queen. Oh, the bird's holding something in its mouth, like a rock? It could be like that. That could be a bird's talent, actually. I was thinking it was like a hand. The woods behind Calgarth. All right, well, Calgarth's Hall is number 25. These are the woods behind Calgarth. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's might, and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants. But then again, I'm a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there's a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Okay, so it is optional. I still think this is going to be the Corvin's might, and I'm going to put a label on that in a sec. I do have a label already on my diverging hook, maybe. So let's see if I'm right. I swear I spent like half an hour identifying that after I stopped recording last time. It took me so long. I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thought relating to Jupiter. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something's wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Mary Bell, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. Okay, so is she like not gonna be trying to do murders anymore? That would probably be good. Now, so we know what happened there, a diverging hook is a way to carve through the thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all, but it's all too easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. Right. So we know where our cat is. Let's go get him in a sec. Nope, come this way, thank you, this way. Diverging hook can go there, and I can change the color of the label, but I am going to pop a label on this. Now, would this be a good idea, given there was a lady who kept trying to get hold of it, to label it so she could just come in and nick it? Nope. But hopefully she's forgotten now that she ever wanted to hurt Mr. Porter in the first place. Okay, so the Mary Bell. Let's go. We know where the Mary Bell is. We were just there. Maybe my instinct for where my cat was ringing true. The Mary Bell is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been working in condition for many years. There's nobody aboard, or nobody that I can see at least, so I climb over the railing and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter! He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Buddy! Catnapped, not forgotten. Rescue Jupiter. I got an achievement. Okay. Hi, Wyatt. Ooh, you're new. I'm pretty sure. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the Guilty Ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I've been having terrible nightmares and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson and she sent me here. This is a problem because I need access to the book. So I need to figure this out. Like, need to figure it out. Okay. All right, we can get rid of that. I need this. Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses in the cupboard in the counter. Well, this is going to be the counter. That has to be it, right? I'm going to have a look through the book and see if I can find a way to deal with curses or like revealing things. Do you know what I mean? Maybe there's something I've already identified that I can put there that will make that go. Because I did try the really heavy lead heart or whatever it was called and that wasn't enough. So it's probably not pressure. I will get back to you guys. I'm not going to bore you with me sitting here staring at this book for an hour. There's an item here called an ethereal key, which says it's designed to be hidden from prying eyes, and when you move it in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. I'm wondering if I need to use the key. So let's have a quick look at gemstones of light. I think it's probably going to be this one. Fire and light, heat and life. So probably amber. But let's quickly zoom through. We've got containment, water, dark, calm, water, blah, blah, blah. A stone of sight. I could use that to help me figure out how to open the thing. Strength, darkness. Okay, so amber is definitely the stone that they're talking about. Short of picking everything up with an amber in it and giving it a little jiggle. Everything I haven't identified anyway. That's probably amber, for example. But if I do this, it's not, nothing's happening. Do I have anything else with amber in it that I haven't identified? It doesn't look like it. Whatever that is, we maybe don't have it yet. I was thinking this could be how we open the cupboard on the left-hand side. But I don't, again, think that's what we need right this second. I also have a theory that this might be the item that the guy needs because it says it banishes Hobbs' fear and Noctic's sight. Maybe, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to guess. It's also possible that it's this. Because if his nightmares are being caused by insanity, it's possible that it's the sextrum. Oh my god, after going through the book, I noticed this. What are you? I did pick up something with that flower on it, didn't I? This one? It looks like that flower. 6, 7 petals. That is that flower, right? It looks like St. John's poppy. So I keep coming back to this item, which is the one... Hang on. That's a button. Like, see how the curse is changing? So I need to activate that one. Immediately opposite, straight down. That one, and that one. Oh my goodness. Alright, I got a thing and a book. Let me put the book here with my other books. And then we can... Can I... Hang on, I want you to go down. Oh, do I need to... I probably need to close the cupboard first, right? That would make sense. There we go. Okay, I've got my book now. So, he has nightmares. Okay. I'm looking for nightmares. Here we go. Noctic's sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Oh, I did see something about Noctic's sight. I remember seeing it in the index when I was going through everything else. So, was it in the index? I definitely read it. So, let's look in the index so that I can... The Moonstone Guardian, I was right. For the banishment of Hobbs' fear and Noctic's sight. So, all it says is a comforting guardian. Does this comfort me? Because I just guessed, based on the fact it has a moonstone on it. Is it comforting? I have nothing to remark. I mean, I could try it. Based on past Cass's hunch. Oh, by the way, while I was going through all of that, I also put a label on this because I noticed I had an entry for something called Saint Cedric's Thunder, which mentioned gemstones, and it contains a single thunderclap. The gemstones help the thunderclap, I guess, from the battery from being used up. Looks pretty like a solid bet that it's going to be that. But let's give this a try. After all that effort... The item features a moonstone. A cat can be considered a comforting guardian. Look, if you're not allergic to cats, I'm not allergic to computer game cats, so hence why I was determined to... Oh, I lifted a curse. Hence why I was determined to save little Jupiter. We'll change this to blue because I have confirmed. And where's my M's? LM. Alright, so you go there. We're getting a little crowded on this side again. That took me so long. Also, what are you? Ooh, I know what you are. I read about you when I was going through this, because I didn't read everything in super detail, but I did skim read. There was a picture of a sheep snap on this side of an entry. I just have to find it. That is a plant from the original game, which brings luck. This one, Lamb's Siphon. Used to reverse the effects of the Black Heart curse. A skilled hand is required to perform the procedure, drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. Made using the dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant, which is said to bring good fortune. So, Lamb's Siphon. I'm reasonably confident in that. We'll obviously label it with a question mark, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be what that is. So, I'll pop you, I guess, here. After all that effort... Like, it's nice to have an extra book now. I'm enjoying my little bookshelf. I still haven't solved this Dionic seal situation, but that's fine. Oh, sorry, Jupiter. Hi, Verona. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start, see if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realise now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. Well, based on previous work, let's see if I was right. So protection against insanity is those two symbols. So that's insanity and that's protection. So I think I labeled that like multiple parts ago, like 4 or 5 parts ago. Well, not 4 or 5 parts, 4 or 5 days. This is only part 5. All right, well, I'm going to move this across. I'm going to have to resort a little, I think, just to make a bit more space. And then I will end the day. All right, I've just expanded my identified section to include this shelf as well. So now we can end the day, give Kitty a pet. Okay, he tried to use the diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Black casket, huh? Do we have a black casket? I feel like that's bad if we do. All right, some kind of church, presumably. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbour bears a cross of stone. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. It's so hard because it's like 3 different choices now. Okay, let's look for the churches because we know there are 2. There's the High Green Church and there's a convent and there's the Undermere Church. So this is a church. No, this is a church. And the High Green Church is number 4. So here. So if it's on this map, the neighbour bearing a cross of stone would be one of these 2. Below a moon that does not shine. Does that mean I have to do it in the dark or something? I might visit them both. The church is old and the roof is in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of colour to the otherwise grey exterior. I wander round to the back of the church where an old yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. The pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church, and there were those who believe it to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cuts from its limbs are alleged to provide healing through pain. I'm not going to remember any of that. Unless it gives me an item or a note of some kind. All right, let's go to this church. The church is a quiet refuge from the bustle of the town. The bells toll. Is it that time already? I'd better get back. Okay. That doesn't really help me, does it? I was hoping one of them would be like, stone. In the catacombs, maybe? My neighbour bears a cross of stone. It could be the catacombs. So, for example, here, below a moon that does not shine. So, I think it's going to be the catacombs. So, a cross of stone next to one that is unlabelled. Below a moon. Okay, so it's this one. All right. Once I found the right map, it was easy. I find the blank tombstone without too much trouble, but there's nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface when suddenly I see it, tucked away in a natural crack in the wall, a stone totem. This is what I came for. Looks like a little person with a symbol. I'm gonna have a quick look, see if I can find that symbol. Looked a bit like that one, right? Strength. Yes. Wow, that was quick. All right. A strength symbol. I've been using the green labels for like the iconography on them. So when like there's a symbol on there, but I don't know what it means. Like this symbol means rebirth, but I don't know what that means in terms of the item. All right, Kitty, let's do it. Catherine Walpole. I have travelled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I've read stories of the Dreher of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they saw soaring on the wind. I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it? I identified that one already, I'm pretty sure. Haven't I? I thought I had. Maybe I'm thinking of the necklace. Oh, I haven't. Okay. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It's alleged that Cernunnos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of Cernunnos are hard to come by. They're powerful and should not be used carelessly. Okay, mind Cernunnos he's like the deer god. So if you look at the lead heart, it talks about him in his non-human form, and that's a deer. And what was this other item? Voice of Cernunnos, that was a talk. Here we go. Here's a picture. Oh, he wields the Eye of Cernunnos, and it's a picture of him with a snake and this thing. I've got something with that symbol on it, but I thought I'd identified it already. Had I not? I thought, oh, it's this. Right? Yes. Neat. Okay, I found a sketch of him holding an item. It's a jade gemstone hinting at a connection to the natural world. Awesome. Very exciting. And we'll make you blue. Perfect. Okay, Kitty, let's do it. Oh, it's the mail. Hi, David. I was expecting to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. I hope she's okay. She went into the catacombs. Please explain something useful. What is this? Mrs. R. Brim. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss it. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Alright, so which street is Ruskin? So it is literally the only detached house. It has to be this one. I'm greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander toward the point of my visit. She leads me up the stairs and into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear voices. At first I think it's the house creaking in the wind, soft murmuring groans that seem to come from the walls themselves. But then I start to feel as though conversation is happening too quiet to make any sense of. I'm going to boldly assume this is a curse. Okay, black heart, necrosis of the flesh, choking feeling, burning from the inside out. This sounds lovely. The nightmares we've obviously figured out. A blue tint to the eyes. No, it's none of those. Poison of the mind. Maybe it's something to do with ghosts. All right, we'll pop that there. Do I have something that dispels ghosts or whatever? I don't have anything to do with ghosts. What did she say here? She just said something unusual. Murmuring groans and a conversation. Oh, maybe I could use the item that lets you hear. Because there's an item like a rabbit, the rabbit one that lets you have better hearing. Maybe that would help me hear what they're saying. Although is that a good thing? I don't know. So this is the one I'm thinking, the hearing charm. So that's the bat. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's try this. Ooh. With the hearing charm, I suddenly find myself able to pick up every small sound without difficulty. The whispered voices become clearer and my heart beats faster as I hear what they're saying. They're discussing a section of the wall where some bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull, its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voices, I reach inside the cavity and my hand closes around an unusual-looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent and my heightened senses are left with the whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. Okay. You're a creepy little item. I have nothing to remark, really. A green gemstone and bronze. I'm gonna squeeze you in here with all of my other necklaces. It's getting a little crowded over here now. Well, actually, I'm gonna pop you up there. We're just gonna have to mix the colors a little. Grenville Pierce. My father's sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I want to restore it to its former glory. I did see that in a book, but I never actually had any guesses as to what it was. The picture has a picture of armor with it. So these objects belong to a series. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chestplate, but it didn't save him from being slain in the Battle of Sauerfell of 1356. Then we have armor worn by the Knight of Thorns. So something shaped like a triangle, maybe, because we've got 3 circles in a triangle pattern. 3 circles in a triangle pattern. I mean, this would do the job, but it's got extra circles. Like that would fit in that space because you've got a circle there, there, and there as well. That would fit there, but I'm not sure that that's going to be correct. Let me look up these stones. I assume this item is more likely to relate to the stones being from certain disciplines or whatever. Because we have yellow, malachite, a stone of sight, a stone of fire and fury. I can't see anything else that would fit in that spot. I've gone through every single item that I haven't identified to check their aura to see if they have like calming aura. None of them do. So I'm just going to try this. It's the only guess that I have. Oh my god. I should have just gone with my original instinct on the shape. The topaz and obsidian gemstones hint at calm rage, whereas the malachite suggests foresight. I didn't get that from that, but okay. Cool. It's fine. See you, mate. I mean, I got there in the end, I guess. Just by trusting the shape and nothing else. Shimmer. You go there. And we change you to this color. Perfect. Freddie Lamb. Hey, Freddie. You're new. I work at the steel mill in Keswick and I don't think one of us hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Yes. Do I have it? I'm sure I do, or you wouldn't be asking. That's usually how it works. There's an item that protects, I saw it, protects against basilisks and fire. So I just have to find it because I can't remember what it's called. Cyrene Ward. Made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat, these unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame. Okay, so it's shaped like that kind of a scale? Made from a scale. What? I mean, this looks like a scale. That could be a scale. A brown shard of some kind. Black and orange. Orange is amber, which is definitely fire. I will quickly look up the gemstone, not you. The gemstone, just to confirm. So we have yellow or orange, fire and light, heat and life. And then what's onyx do? Or obsidian. Again, fire. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty safe bet. Alright, Cyrene Ward. It has a basilisk scale and a connection to fire. I did it. I did it. Thanks. My wife will be relieved. I found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's anything important or not. You're a very honest fellow. I needed that! Thank you! That's exciting. Is that the right spot for you? Yes. That was a random lucky chance. There we go. I needed that. Thank you, sir. So I haven't labeled this one yet. I mean, it was the only one left, so it was a pretty safe bet. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be my Daedalus lens. Ooh. My Dionic lens. All thormic objects produce a field. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thormic lens. Okay, we can probably pop that over there now. Object made of silver does something to a field. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 1, 2, 3 for those pressure plates, right? So I need to check. Problem is, it could be so many different things. Do I have to literally just go through every single item? Like, one at a time? And bring them down? Because that's going to be really tedious. I mean, that looks like one already, right? Does look like the right field. I wonder if they double up on some of the fields. Let's pop you there. 2. That would be amazing luck if I just got it straight away. No, not you. No. Okay, this is going to take a while. That does look like 3. Okay, so that and that have the same field. Okay, so it's not just sheer dumb luck that I got it straight away. There's some double up. That's only 2 sets of circles. Yes. Ooh. Gold detailing laid over stone with a moon and stuff. Okay, so I can use this pressure because I've already used this, right? I've done that once. Now I have to put all my things back. That's very annoying. All right, we'll put all those back. Now, what was this about? Something by a Dionic seal, an object made from silver. All right, well, let's pop an object made from silver in there. I have a few that have silver on them. I don't think I have any that are wholly silver. Like this has silver on it. I mean, that's not seeming to do anything. Oh. Oh. This is gonna get really... Oh my goodness. This is the, like... Let's bring you down. You. Come here. This is the Dionic, it's the Thormic disciplines, these things. So, for example, there was one that had an aura. I remember reading it. Which one was it? I'm going to track it. So, this one has Wixic power. So, why don't we try that? So, we'll grab the stone, bring it down. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Corvin's Might. We'll pop that there in the field. And then Wixic is this of the body. So, can I make this shape? That one. That goes at the top. Is that correct? That is the Wixic shape. It doesn't sort of do anything when I pop this in there. Oh, hang on. That produces its own aura. Oh, okay. So then maybe I have to, like, if I want to build a Dionic field that uses both. Interesting. Let me just turn you all off. So that's just the aura of the item. But then if I... That makes the Wixic aura. Because this is Wixic, it has the same aura. Ah! So that lets me identify the auras of the different items. So now I know this is the Wixic aura. So for example, if they're like... Find an item with this kind of Dionic field. Like, I don't know, say I need an item with a Mentic field. I can build the Mentic field here. So I can be like, you go there, you go there. So now I know this is what a Mentic aura looks like. And then I can look for items that match that aura. Okay, so I don't think I need to, I mean, maybe I will need to do both, but maybe that's just like a key to the different Dionic auras. Interesting, interesting. Although, I will have forgotten that by the next time I record, I'm sure. It's fine. Hi, Audrey! I've met you before. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful, because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you are not afraid of? Those of us who have read Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled fen is all I require. I don't think I should be helping you, but I don't have a choice. Okay, cool. I was like... She seems very evil. All right, a veiled fen, you say. Brightly coloured in the light, but clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Game's casting shade on you, lady. I'm just saying. All right, bright in the light, but clouds over. How do I do total darkness here to do total darkness? Like... Can I put these out? So bright in the light. I mean, it could be this. If I could snuff these somehow. I don't seem to be able to, like, interact with the flames. I mean, this is the only thing that I have that's bright. Is there down here? I mean, it seems to just be... Hang on, wait. Still glowing. Okay, still glowing. Light and darkness. Well, let's have a look. Do I have anything marked with those symbols? Again, I don't think I should be helping this lady, but here we are. Bright, but clouds over? I feel like it has to be this. I'm just going to pop you in there for a couple minutes while I read. I don't have anything else that's glowing after a short period in total darkness. It's still glowing. Probably not. Could that count as bright? See what else I have that could count as glowing or like bright. It is you! I did it. I did it. I did it. Oh yeah, I did it. I'm so proud of myself for that. Okay, where did it go? Oh, it's probably back in the cupboard, right? Yeah, it is. I'm like, where did it go? Did she steal it? What's going on? Veiled Fen, you go here. All right. I'm obviously going to have to sort this again because I do need to. So I will do that. But I'm going to wrap this one up here. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I feel like I've had a better game this game. Like, it's taken me a little while to figure out a couple of the puzzles. The main hardest thing, I think, was finding that street on the map. What have I said about hating maps? I've said it many times that I hate maps, but that's all right. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.